Okay, so this is the slightly longer version of why I chose to run under the Pirate Party. Okay, so I've been told by several people when they found out I was running for city council and that I was running as an independent that I was a fool if I didn't run as a Democrat because for the last 30 years or so, Democrats have won every office in Charlottesville, and an independent has never won. So while that's very good advice for the past, my response is still thanks, but no thanks. And this is why. I would say for at least the last decade, I've been very disillusioned with both parties, and I've been a none of the above kind of girl. And so I haven't really had a party that I could identify with and that really had tenets that resonated with me on all levels. So I haven't really picked one. And I only vote based on each individual, whatever. So when I decided to run, of course I was going to be an independent. I've believed since I took government in high school that a two-party system doesn't work. And it was not designed to be a two-party system because a two-party system doesn't work. And evidence is now out there for us to see how it doesn't work. All you have to do is look at and see how ineffective our Congress is, how deadlocked they are, how gerrymandering has completely ruined our elections. All of this stuff is so easily to corrupt and to do when you only have two parties. And so I have said for years, and my whole family is libertarian, so they're very, independent kind of thinking anyway. But, for a long time, I've thought we needed to have at least three parties, if not four or more. But for whatever reason, people just aren't getting on board with that idea. And we just kind of keep going along with the same old, same old. And we just think that those are the only options we have because all of the other masses are going to go along with the Democrats or the Republicans. They're just going to be little sheeple and they're going to go to the polls and they're just going to say, what's by their name, an RRD, and that's what I'm voting for. They want to turn off their brains and just toe the party line. And I think that that's the way we've been going for a very long time. But I think that we're waking up. And I think that people on both sides of the fence, both sides of the aisle, are disillusioned with their parties. I think the Republican Party is incredibly let down their party, their people. And I think the Democrat Party has done the same thing. I think they're both corrupt and they've both abused their powers. And while we were sleeping, they've taken away a lot of things that they should not have. And they've completely hijacked our government. And it's now for the profit of corporations. Money is ruling it. We've got greed. I've been disillusioned with all of it for a very long time and was kind of anti-political. I didn't want to even think about it because I felt like there was nothing that could be done because we're all stuck in this story that we're just buying and we're going along with it. So about a year ago, I went over to Iceland and I was there and I happened to be there while they had some political things going on that were pretty huge. They had a prime minister and their president that they basically had massive protests and were able to kick out of office because of corruption, because it was discovered that they had done some, conflict of interest investing and stuff like that. So it was all wrapped around money scandal and stuff like that. And so the people pretty much banded together and said, oh, you guys get out of there. And I happened to be there right on the day that they were making the announcement that I believe it was the president was finally stepping down and admitting and going to resign, being forced. And so while I was there, my friend, she's now my friend, at the time she was just my tour guide, was telling me all about what was going on in the political environment, and there were things like on the radio, so she wanted to hear it and would just be like, okay, I'm sorry, just a minute, I gotta listen to this, what's going on. And then she'd kind of tell me what was going on, and she was telling me about this political party that had started there, and it was kind of caught fire with the younger people and was gaining a lot of momentum, and that they were actually the ones that were behind all this, uh, overthrow and everything. And after hearing about the Pirate Party, and this was the party she was talking about, and all of their tenants and everything, I was just like, that is so awesome. I was like, that's so cool that you guys are doing that, and you're kind of taking back control of your government. And just there was like this revolution going on there that was really exciting. And I just was like, man, I wish we had something like that. I wish Americans were smart enough to get on board with things like that and actually get a third party. And so, it was kind of percolating in there for a while about the Pirate Party. And it was kind of this little obsession I got with the Pirate Party. So then when I decided to run for council, obviously I was going to be an independent. And I said, man, I wish I could run as a pirate. And so we did a little bit of research, and lo and behold, there is a United States Pirate Party. So just to give it a little bit of background, it started over in Europe and has kind of gained traction in Sweden and Germany and Switzerland. I know the mayor, I was just over there in Bern, and the mayor was just elected under the Pirate Party. So anyway, it's gaining some traction over there. And again, like I said, it's kind of the young people who are kind of sick of the way that our parents and grandparents have been running things. And so we're kind of wanting to take back control, stop the corruption, stop the deception, give the government back to the people, equal rights for all, just kind of things that should have been all along. So that's kind of my reasoning on why I chose the Pirate Party. I really do hope that this starts a dialogue and that the Pirate Party can actually gain momentum here. I think that there's a lot of people on both sides of the aisle that will agree with a lot of the tenets, if not all of the tenets, of the Pirate Party. And they're very much about crossing over the aisles, bringing people together, stopping fighting. Let's just join forces and stop letting them divide us. And so that's kind of, I think, where a lot of us are, and a lot of us are feeling that way. And quite frankly, I don't think that either one of the parties, either the Democrats or the Republicans, can give us what we need. I think they're so broken and so corrupt, and it's just the whole system just needs to go. We just need to not start over, but definitely clean house, like they say. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm kind of calling for a revolution. I think the time has come. I think enough of us have woken up, and enough of us are pissed off. And this is my call to action for all of you who hear my voice. My Bernie people, come together. All right. Peace out.